Alright, Dr. Kemp here, and Hammond Doc, back to complete this series on the potentiometer for the Leslie 122 amplifier. You were able to see in the last video a real-time issue that arose, and we have those happen all the time. You always have something coming up, some kind of issue that you have to resolve, something you have to try to figure it out, because you get new parts, and sometimes the new parts don't fit exactly the way the vintage part worked or fit, and so you have to figure out, solve the problem. That's what this is about. It's solving problems. Let me just say this before I move on. You remember taking math, like in high school, taking high school algebra or trigonometry, and do you remember people in the class saying, why do I need to take algebra? Why do I need to take trig? I'm not going to be a mathematician. I remember hearing students say that in class. I'm not going to be a mathematician, a professional math. I'm not going to be a math teacher. Why do I need to take this? The reason that you take trigonometry in high school, algebra 1, algebra 2, calculus, and the reason you go on to college and you take these courses in college algebra, trigonometry, engineering mathematics, calculus. The reason you take these courses, even in physics and chemistry, I took all of that stuff in high school and in college. The reason that you take those courses is because they aid you in your creative processing. They help you to learn to think outside of the box, to reach solutions to problems that are encountered in the adult world. And so that's the reason, young people, for taking as much math as you can take, as much science as you can take. Sign up, enroll. A lot of times, friends that I had, I remember, they always want to take PE. Let's take PE in high school. PE is fine. Take some PE, but you need to take algebra and trigonometry, chemistry, and physics. Make sure you take those courses. Those are vital courses. And then when you go to college, don't avoid those classes. Take the college algebra, the advanced college algebra, the engineering, the pre-engineering mathematics, engineering mathematics, calculus. Take actuarial science, chemistry, physics. Take those classes. It's imperative to help. It's very important in helping you to seek solutions and reach solutions to problems in the adult world. So it's essential that you do this. Now, let's get back to what we're dealing with here. I just wanted to say that to you because that was on my mind. Now, come on, let's get back to business here. In this segment, we're going to reconnect our capacitors and our resistors to our newly installed potentiometer, our our volume pot here. Okay, so I think if I can position this tripod where I'm not continuing to bump the thing, and pan in where you can see me work, that would be lovely. Okay, here we go. Alright, I got to move this around so I can get to it. Alright, here we go. What I'm going to need for this job, you got to have your solder, of course, and you're going to need your soldering your soldering iron or soldering gun, and of course you're going to need your instructions. Here's my instruction sheet. That's why I drew my diagram on here. There's my diagram, and with my picture of where everything goes. First, I'm going to deal with the center pole. I'm going to deal with that one. And what goes on that one is the left side. Now, I also need, you're going to have to use your needle nose pliers in this operation. You're going to use the left side resistor. This side of the way, so I know where it goes. And one of the problems with snipping and cutting, sometimes things get cut too short, and this is going to be a concern for me, because here's another problem. I can touch it, but I can't put the wire inside here. And what that means, you know, what some people would do is just try to connect right here, just solder that. But that could potentially come loose. That's not going to make for a good connection. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lengthen that. I have some wire here. Take a little wire. Just going to cut. I'm going to, let me show you what I'm doing. Pan back so you can see what I'm doing. I'm working. Okay? I'm going to strip a little piece of wire here. We're holding it tight enough, okay? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and connect this wire, twisting it, and I'm going to just a little bit more. There are little holes in these little poles. I'm going to turn it. Slide it right through there. Bring it up through. See, twist it. Now, so what I just did was, let me pan up here now. Get back to it. Now, so what I just did was I just connected a piece of wire. Connected a piece of wire here, right here. That's going to allow me to connect these two pieces. So now, okay. Now I also have the upper orange drop, which is right here. It's a little longer. See, that's what I'm operating with. I wish I could do this without my hands being in the way. Let me see if I can raise this up, maybe. Then you can see it like sort of up above. I'm gonna raise this up. Then I'm gonna bring it in. Maybe you can see it better. Okay. See, here's my hands here, here's my fingers, and you sort of see what I'm doing better, maybe, hopefully. You know, just a little bit. All right, here we go. You can see me operating now. Doing my surgery. Now I got a wire here, and now what I'm trying to do here is twist this resistor around this wire. Okay, there you go. Okay, I'm twisting that wire around that. Then I'm going to bring in the capacitor here and let it and twist it as well. Twisting it back here and over. Yeah, clamping it down. So now I got a 3-point connection. What I have is I have a 3-point connection right here. A 3-point connection. Now I can take my solder and I can solder all of that. Just load it. Load the soldering iron. Okay, I can get take that off there. Try this again. This came loose here. Alright, we're gonna have to do that again. Because now there it is. There you go. And stretch that a little bit. You don't want to pull too hard because you don't want to break no pin here. See, I got to remember I'm dealing with a pin there. Dealing with short pieces. Trying to get that to hook. Okay, now there you go. When I soldered that in, it stiffened up my wire. Okay. Okay, now got to twist it together. Solder these. Now that's a tight, that's what I'm dealing with right here. Alright. Now, check that connection. Now, that's good connection there. Now, I have this. Stretch this wire out. It goes in here. And this first one. Now we have the bottom capacitor right here that I need to connect. Now I can move this over here. Twisting them. In fact, let's use a larger one here because it's stronger, has a stronger nose, which allows me to more easily twist. Good. It's a good twist there. They're connected now. So now I can solder. Put a little solder on the end. Is it going? Sure. Now let's check this connection that we just made. It is tight. Tight. Now, I want nothing touching. Don't want it touching. Apart. Got a good connection there. Everything I'm inspecting looks good. Pull my wire back up. Straighten up the table. Let's pan out here. I'll let you see it. Completed job. Here you go. You can see it in there. There it is right there. It's a completed job. Let me make sure now that I didn't cause some other parts to start touching that I don't want touching. And then we're going to try the amp out. That looks good. That looks good. All the connections tight. Tight connection there. That's tight. Turn it over. Turn it around. This is what we were dealing with. This looks good. Now I'm going to take this amplifier and load it up with tubes and then put this into one of my Leslie cabinets and connect it to my B3 and see how it sounds. Do that in the next segment. Peace out.